the council meeting for the city of Nelson, November the 13th, 2023. At this time, I'd like to have a word of prayer. Zane, would you like to deliver our invocation, please?
Our dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for today. We thank you for all the many blessings you pour out on us, Father God. We ask for your wisdom and guidance in this council meeting tonight, Father God. We ask for your hedge of protection again for all of our servicemen. Amen.
Thank you. James, hold your ordinance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now get time.
Can you imagine?
James, you got any peppermints?
What?
I got peppermint on it. Thank you. Go ahead and try to avoid coughing through alcohol. Alright. Agenda approval. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda for this evening?
I make a motion to approve.
It's an executive session on there, what's that for?
It was just already on there. There's a couple things that we probably will take till next time.
Yeah, just in case anybody had anything that doesn't have to say. So, who seconded? Chrissy? All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Public appearance, is there anybody here tonight that has, anything to say regarding our agenda for this evening? Okay, take that as no, and we'll move on. Number 6, approval of the minutes for October the 2nd, 2023, council meeting. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes for October the 2nd, 2023, council meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Chrissy?
I'll say it.
James, all in favor? Unanimous, thank you. All right, next ones are for October the 12th, 2023, work session minutes. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve October 12th.
Session. Okay, you get a second?
I'll say it.
James, all in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Department reports. Lieutenant Dissis, you wanna come forward and?
I knew Susie was cleaning my glass.
Okay. I'm not rushing, no, I promise.
Hello, everybody.
Evening.
So, there was at least one DUI arrest and one drug arrest within the city limits. My stats here are a little skewed. It was, the speeding complaints are continued, and I'll tell you, whenever I'm doing any kind of traffic control here, I get multiple people stopping to tell me everybody that's doing the wrong thing. So there's one vehicle in particular that keeps coming up though, so I figured I'd mention it tonight, and it's a very loud vehicle with multicolored wheels. It should stand out. I have not seen such a vehicle. I think it was yesterday, the day before, an older gentleman came by and actually gave me the times at which I need to find this person, both in the morning and at night. So because we've been doing this hybrid schedule where we're working some evenings and some days, I think it's going to give an opportunity to find this person. I have no doubt this person exists because so many people have told me about it, but that's why I wanted to tell you the description that I got was that. I don't know if this rings a bell to anybody. The deputies have brought up this the secondary concern, the careless driving. So as they're continuing to do driving enforcement here, some of the things that they're coming across a lot is children in the backs of trucks and basically the cargo areas of vehicles, vans, just sitting in the cargo area, both in the pickup truck, especially when we were doing some Halloween patrol. obviously it's gonna increase, but we found a lot of kids in the backs of pickup trucks. I know that happens in the vehicles in the neighborhoods during Halloween, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about on the main roads and coming out of the city, just traveling quite a significant distance. So I've been asked to mention that here, so that as you're communicating with people, you might want to mention that they're going to actually pay special attention to that and start enforcing that rule. The traffic unit's been made aware of it, so it's become a thing. It's gotten attention.
On our webpage, yeah. You can add that to our website, just as a note for folks that, you know, it's been observed and they're gonna be looking at that.
That's specific
I've
for
seen
children.
private.
Adults obviously can travel in the cargo areas of vehicles, but children can't.
Gotcha.
Any questions?
No. Anybody, council, you have any questions? Okay. Yep, thank you so much for your time, we appreciate it. Next up is mayor's report. I'll take a moment to, we had our election on November the 7th. Welcome back Nathan Hamby, welcome back Chrissy McDowell, and John Alberg will be our third councilman, so. I'd like to extend congratulations to you guys and look forward to working with you. The city did add our administrative assistant, Chrissy Young. Chrissy comes to us from over in the Forsyth area. She is, you want to stand up and tell a little bit about yourself, Chrissy? I know I put you on the spot, but then I'll tell you, I'll go ahead and tell you what I'll highlight some of her stuff and then I'll let her finish. But
Yeah, go ahead.
no, please stand up. Chrissy is, she's very well educated. She owned her own business for a while. She she was a yoga instructor, had her own yoga company, and also was a business office manager for her husband, who was I believe he was a physical therapist.
Yeah.
So she has quite a bit of experience. She is already, this is her second week, I believe now.
Mhm.
She's already taken training for some classes, and I'm excited about having her on our team. So thank you. I look forward to working with you, as I told you. So
Yeah.
if you want to share a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Living Cumming right now. My mom actually lives in Jasper. And when I was offered this job or offered to come in and do an interview, I was a little overwhelmed, but very, very flattered. And just in this short period of time I have been here, I've learned so much about your community. And I'm looking forward to working with you guys to make it better.
Chrissy's a single mom. She has two kids. Just throwing that out there.
13 and a 15-year-old.
And she loves giving back to her community. She won't boast or toot her own horn, but she does a lot in the way of working with abused women and some other areas that you know, as you get to know her, you'll find out. So I'm really excited to have you here. Thank you. Okay, the city Christmas event, I would like to talk a little bit about that. We look at some dates. I know that everybody has a lot going on in the month of December. Does anybody have a particular Saturday that would work for them better? I was looking at the 9th, which is the second weekend of December. I'll start with you, Nathan. Does that sound, do you have a weekend that would work better for you?
That's probably as good as any for me, I guess.
Okay. I'm thinking of December the 9th from 1 to 4, kind of like we did last year. It's a 3-hour, not too long. It won't take too much out of anybody's day, but I think we can. Last year it was a successful event, so, and we did it. I think was at 1:30 to 4:30 last year, so I figured 1 to 4 would be good. Maybe it won't rain this year. Anybody want to volunteer to wear an elf outfit? Yeah, we're gonna have it here at City Hall. Okay, we have an elf. There you go. So we were thinking the same things that we did last year. Just a nice, cake and some finger foods for the kids, hot chocolate, Santa. And then, of course, we're working on some donations from Home Depot for kids building toys. So we'll have some folks here to help build toys with them and stuff like that. So anybody that wants to volunteer to help the kids build a toy, that will be awesome. So December the 9th, 1 to 4 it is. Kelsey, go ahead and make a note of that. And if you could put that on our website, Mary, that would be awesome. The other thing that I wanted to mention was, let's see, folks today from the quarry came in and they're interested in sponsoring some events for the city. So we're in contact with them and look forward to doing some work with them. So what's the name of that quarry? Is it the Ball Ground Quarry is what she said? Martin Marietta Ball Ground Quarry. So I'm very excited about doing something like that, even partnering with us to put some fruit trees up on the top of the property up there, which I've been wanting to do for a while. So we have successfully closed on the 23 Spring Street property. So in asbestos study, we're trying to get the third price so we can put that before the council.
I don't think it'll be each one will be 1,000.
Okay.
But it's just getting it down.
Okay. So we've got two prices, is that correct?
One is ridiculous and one's normal.
That's what I saw today, okay. Drainage project, updates. This one here, we are waiting on the topographical, no, that's the,
Topic topographical study is what, survey is what Michael Kidd.
that's on Michael Kidd's stuff, but the drainage project, I'm waiting on the stuff for the,
Hydro.
yeah, the hydro, yeah, those,
We
where they
sent
kind of
an
blow out.
email.
We did get pictures, did you put the pictures in here?
No, they're in the,
You guys stop by the front and we'll show you, but there's pictures of it and it's not as bad as what I thought, but it still needs to be cleaned out. So it's got a lot of rock, stuff like that, still, but I see a lot of rock.
Is it gonna work for Barry with his plans?
He's looking at it now, he has not got back with me, I left him a message, today though, just to get an update on where he's at with it. So, to see if we're gonna, the other thing, when we looked at it, it's the pipe is actually bigger than what they thought, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember the gist of it, but I'll get it.
which one are you talking about?
The one under, is it School Spring? No, School
Dogwood.
Dogwood. It's the one under there. So it may not be an issue. And I think he originally thought that, the other thing is that it's tilted in a way that's what would cause the backup. Matt went down and looked at it, so that would have to be fixed, but I don't think it would mean tearing up the road. Can be done from inside, it's big enough to be done from inside. So, and you may know more about that. But it needs to be fixed. It's this way versus this way.
It's follow the wrong direction.
Yeah,
Just on the end or all the way through?
on the end.
Okay, yeah, the end you could fix, but of course on the road you can't.
Exactly. So, I mean, it may get us to a little while longer. But that, again, that'll be up to you guys when Barry will make a recommendation and then you guys will vote on that.
We're gonna finish the study and see if the company's gonna come back out.
Yeah, the company is gonna come back out and finish the study, so we'll have more on that for you guys in December. Any questions for me? I will mention, there's another training coming, there's a summit, in case anybody's interested. I know an email was sent out, there's a training summit that was in Atlanta, so it's closer. If you guys want to take any courses, take a look at those. If you want Kelsey to print out any of that information for you guys, please let her know and she will. They've got some really good things on there. This time I'm going to personally take an annexation course. And since we've been looking at that and get all the ins and outs of it. And then there's a taxation one on there, Taxation 101 that I plan on taking. So if anybody's interested, sign-ups are tomorrow. Just bringing that up there, let us know if you're interested. Okay, and that's, any questions for me?
Is there any update on the right-of-way acquisition we needed at the top of the hill for the drainage?
There is, Jeff has been in trial on that, I believe. That's what he emailed me today.
Gonna be working
And he's gonna be working on that. They had I guess it's been a 2-week trial, something like that. It's been heavy. So he said that he would be starting that here the next week. Yep. Anything else? Okay, then Miranda, if you wanna move on to finance.
Okay. All right, so revenues should be at 66.68 or less. We're at 83.71%. We just finished up our 4th month of this fiscal year. Expenditures should be 66.68 or more, and we're at 79.45%. Bank balances, general fund, 854,202. SPOS 5, 839,749. The CARES Act, 206,503. Cash reserve, 168,129. SPOS 4, 155,264. SPOS 2 was 170,943. SPOS 2020 is 940,760. Again, finishing up our 4th quarter, and like I said, we're at 73% or 79% of our budget remaining. So we're doing good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next is unfinished business, museum cases. Also, want to tell us what you found on those?
We kinda got the pricing for the museum cases that, Ms. Sue and Annette had asked for, was for 6 cases for upright display units. They're roughly $1,300 each. With the shipping, they're coming out to right at $8,910. The last time I asked, there was a 7-week lead time. These do have a mirrored back and lights inside. Yeah,
Mirrored backs and
and
lines.
lights and locks. And they're 4x6s. Yeah.
And locks, yeah, we need the locks on here. Believe it or not, people will try to get in them. That's a key thing. Yeah, there's the picture of it.
It's a picture of the start on the second's the quote.
Any questions about these museum display cases?
There's not really competitive prices for these that we could find. There was stuff on Amazon that was, I mean, you might be able to get something, but it's not something you could actually use here for commercial use.
I did speak to Tina Kruger, and she did say that when they when they get new display cases for the Pickens, that we may be able to get some of our display cases back if you want them
I
back.
didn't want them back.
Yeah.
And I did not want them.
Okay.
They're difficult because you have to, they're actually supposed to be jewelry. I think they were jewelry cases. You
Oh,
have to
okay.
look over and in them instead of as a museum where you're looking like these where you can look in and up. You're having to look over, and so it's taking up a lot of space for a small amount of display.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to talk about with regards to the cases before we take a motion to vote?
Is that enough to do everything you need to do?
Ms. Sue?
Do what?
Is that enough to do what all y'all need to do?
Yes.
The 6?
I did speak with Evan about some items, and I spoke with the Corey about some items, so.
Okay.
All right, so I'll take a motion, can I get a motion to approve the $8,910.05 for the display cases for the museum? Okay, Chrissy? Can I get a second? Nathan? All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. All right. Property tax write-offs. Kelsey, I'm gonna let you go ahead with that one since you don't have to work on it.
Okay, this is only one property. We're down to 5 parcels left. This is a single property, an elderly gentleman that apparently wasn't aware that he had city taxes and county taxes. He set up a payment arrangement with Pickens to get the backlog taken care of there. He's actually had to go back to work to get a part-time job to make ends meet. He did come in and make a payment arrangement. He made an initial payment of $200, and he will come in and be making $50 payments towards that. Going forward, he made the initial $200, then he came in the other day and made the next $50 payment. Their receipts both are in there. I emailed Jeff the other day and asked about this because I know legally we can only collect tax so far. It needs to go back a while. Jeff had said 4 years. I know when we looked at some of the other, I think it was 6, but we also haven't billed for 2 years. So I think that could have been where the 4 and the 6 came in. So the copies of all the tax bills are also in here, as well as the transaction history list from the interest and the penalties.
That's only one property.
Yep. He has never paid taxes here since he purchased it, not knowing that it was almost 1,000. He's paid it on $762. But he's also elderly and had to go back to work to get taxes paid so he can make ends meet, which is a little sad.
I think in order to clear up these outstanding arrears, that we actually should go back 4 years from June the 30th of this year. Anything that's older than 4 years, write it off as uncollectible and move forward. And each year we should look at it and reevaluate and keep that same every 4 years, but you guys would need to vote on it before 5 year, whatever.
Well, next year I think it'll be 3, but I think like he's the only one that we've really had issues with, but knowing that he was elderly at the
But it
same
would
time.
clean up our
Yeah,
financials as well.
yeah, and we're literally down to 5, so there's 5, and the other ones I think were all from the past 2 years, and there were a couple of them that were elderly as well that I'm not sure if they're still in the house, that one of them was making payments as well to get it, and it was a nominal amount. So I just told him that we'll check and see what could be done with us.
It's a write-off amount.
So it's just, Jeff had said 4 years, so we have to go back in and hold up those last 4 years and check the penalties and interest for those without getting into, because this is the history goes back to 2013.
I think anything over that statute of,
Yeah.
it's basically like a policy, basically you put into play, that the council votes, and that's what we stick to, that's what I would do. I would say anything over 5 years, 4 years, anything that's out 4 years or more, we should probably just write off. It would clear up our,
You already paid 1 year, right?
He came in the other day and paid $200, and then he came in, he paid $200 on October 3rd, and then he paid $50 on November 6th. And he didn't ask to have any reduced. He came in strictly to make payments, and the payment arrangement, so that he was unaware that there were city taxes. We have sent notices, there were signature, certified return receipt stuff, but he was under the impression everything that had gone through was going through the county.
Yeah, I make a move, we just go ahead and write it off.
What I'd like to do is I'd like for you to get a list too. You can go ahead and vote tonight on a policy, to write off. I don't think it would be a policy, I think it would just be a vote to write off anything but the 4 years, the current 4 years that we can collect on. But I'd like to make sure, I know that a year ago, I think it was about a year ago, you did a list for us of everything that was outstanding. I'd like to look at that on a yearly basis going forward, just to see what we have and what we can collect on, and go ahead and put it, if we need to put it in collections, then we can.
Yeah, because it would be the top 4 bills that are in here. So all of the tax bills pertaining to this property, since this owner has owned it, are included in here. So you have a 21 statement, a 20 statement. And it goes all the way back to 14, but it would be just the top 4. So 21, 20, 19, and
3.
18.
Okay. Right here. So we would write off 17.
Yeah, everything from 17 back. Which is what we did with the past due amounts with the other places, but because I hadn't had any contact or anything.
Do we have anybody else in this condition?
No, this was the only one that we really actually had problems with, and no one's been able to collect anything on it since its purchase in 2013.
So we basically would write off 4 years.
I think so.
Okay. 16, 17.
But the other ones, I believe, were all 2021 through taxes. There weren't any that were past due like those.
You were looking at roughly about $350. That's roughly. Give or take $1 or $2.
I think it's gonna be more than that, because that doesn't include penalties.
Oh, well, without penalties and interest, but yeah, if you write those off, penalties and interest goes with it, so. So the motion would be to collect for the current 4 years and to write off the previous, correct?
You're doing it across the board then, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And as of what date?
Did this guy not get any notices in the mail about
He
being
did.
late?
He did, and certified return receipt, signature card, like there's all kinds of, all the stuff that I sent, I don't know, everybody was doing it part of me. I'm sure did the same thing. And he said he was under, he always thought everything was just through the county, so he set up stuff with the county to pay the taxes, but I mean legally, we can't collect prior to that date anyway. But because it's tax stuff, I can't go in and just take it out.
So basically, we're just voting to clean up the books.
And he is making an effort to fix it.
I would like to know how many we have though.
There's a total of 5 properties, period, like at all, that have any past due taxes. This is the only one that we've had a problem with.
Okay. I knew that there could have been more money because we cleaned up everything.
The other 4 for the, just either 20 or 21, I think, and then one of them is making payments on it. And it's a nominal, it's like less than $70 at this point, I think, and the other ones
Okay.
are all nominal amounts.
And they're not more than 4 years behind.
No.
Okay.
I
So
don't
this
think-
is
I
the
think
only
this
one
is
that we
the
have.
only one that we had
more
any
than 4
issues
years
with,
with.
and we've always had issues with this one.
Well, that's good because when I came here, there was a ton of them.
You know, it was like,
Just saying.
it was-
Will you have any questions about this before we take a motion and vote on that?
We probably need to clear up, I think Mr. Queen was making a motion.
Already you made a
Yeah.
motion on it. We haven't addressed that yet.
Okay,
What was your motion for, Jen?
Collect what we can and write the rest of it off.
Yeah. I hadn't called for a motion yet, though, as the chairman, so, because we were having discussion. So, and I wanted everybody to have an opportunity to speak, right? So, but I'm fine with that. So do you have anything on this that you would like to add?
No, but I'll second his motion.
Okay. Can you hold 1 minute on that until I call for a second so we can ask everybody else if they have something? Since we're having discussion.
I can ask for discussion on my second.
You want a discussion on your second?
I like his motion.
Okay, well, you can second it in just a minute. David, do you have anything?
So we're just gonna do 4 years, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, it's 4 years because we haven't sent
Because
out
you can't
tax bills for
collect
2
on
years.
you can't collect
The
on.
county's collected or billed for 2 years, so legally I think it's 6 years, but we haven't billed for 2 years of it, which is why I made it 4 years.
So he paid the county for 2 years or what?
Pay.
Yeah, he will be paying the county, so he
He's
can
got a
pay
payment
it.
plan for those 2 years.
So did he not pay anybody?
No. He's been paying the county for the past little bit, has a payment plan set up for them. But a lot of places, like their mortgage companies pay their tax bills.
Right.
So a lot of people don't
Right.
realize that they're getting like these separate bills that the mortgage companies aren't getting, they think it's built in, and then all of a sudden they realize that their taxes aren't being paid.
So this is across the board, right? This is
Yes.
everybody moving forward and then,
Well, this
because
is
we
the
can only
one.
collect,
This
I
is
mean, this is
the
the only
we
one we're
have
dealing
left.
with right now, but,
Well, we had a whole bunch. This is the
Okay.
last one that we were dealing with.
okay.
So we cleared, it's been cleared up. She's been working on this for several years. So,
We actually have partials put back on the digest to the disappearing.
yeah, and the partials that disappeared.
Yeah, this was again, this was like a week ago.
Oh, again, they disappeared?
It was new ones, we didn't know were all. The 911 operator from Pickens actually found them.
I don't know how that happens. I know when I came in there, we had a whole list of sites that had been removed
Yeah, but
for some reason.
That's a tax assessor.
Something to do with the tax assessors and the digest.
So there's a bunch of taxes that were never billed or what to do for years.
Nathan, you have anything to add?
No, we can move on to the next one.
Okay. So can we and Taylor made a second. All in favor? Okay, unanimous, thank you. Okay, building permit and fees requirements. We talked about this last time. And we were looking at our fees and requirements, and has anybody had an opportunity to look those over? William, I know you were gonna take a look at those as well.
Yeah, as far as the fees, I'm fine with updating like we normally do with the ball ground or Pickens goes, we get the numbers right.
I do need to say that I was incorrect about the amount. The amount they were being billed per hour is 95, not 85. 85 is for code enforcement. We got the first bill from the inspection company since these meetings. It was for 95, I went back and checked the contract, and it is 95 an hour instead of 85 an hour, and that was for the code enforcement. Which I think has made more sense of why Ballground had updated their fee schedule the way it had.
Did we get the fee schedule for, ball ground and for Pickens?
We had the one from Ballground last time.
Did we get the one for Pickens?
Pickens is updating, there's not things in the document.
Do y'all wanna hold until we can see what they have, and let's put it back on the agenda for December? Okay, we'll table this one and add it back. Next up is gonna be E, the master park plan for Bar Ground Ward. So I've been having some conversations with Michael Kidd, email conversations. He is doing a topographical on the area down here. Yes, sir. Huh?
Yeah, well,
Oh, City Hall flooring, that's because I can't see. Good Lord. Okay, the City Hall flooring, so we do finally have 3 quotes, believe it or not. It's taken a minute to get people to come out and do that. Country Carpet came in at $26,426. And you can read their description of what they're wanting to do, if you guys have had a chance to look at that. Grindstone came out, gave us their price. The 24,022.82, and then it to upgrade to demo the tile floor in the front area was 147 square feet, 1625 additional, and then you have the Slater's flooring. Slater's flooring, and I've been out here for most all of these, is 534.66. I had both people, we talked about the type flooring that they were putting in. The only thing with Slater's is both of the people that came out after them said that flooring they didn't like the flooring, it wasn't gonna last as long. It has something to do with the thickness of it and with your unlevelness of your floor. But that's the flooring that they have available. So I would say it's between your other two.
Let me say something.
But go ahead.
On this too. estimate from Country Carpets that came in, they did make a point of saying that if we wanna have our guys remove the carpet here, which was a $4,500 charge, and he also included the kitchen and the bathroom, which may not be necessary, because I think the tile is still okay in those two areas, so that could also be removed. It took this estimate down, I think, to like 19,000. If our
So you
guys.
want to remove the tile out front too?
Yes, it was taking out the tile there and the tile in the back and doing, it's like the vinyl stuff that looks like the planks. But they gave the option of having our guys take the carpet up, pull it up, pull up the tack strips and haul it off versus paying the $4,500. For this, I asked him to do a separate line item for the stuff for the kitchen and for the bathrooms. I told him I didn't think that we would probably be doing that. So those two could also be removed, which were the last two, removable and disposable ceramic in the kitchen and the one for the bathroom, which we can do if we want to, but even if we did it, I can't really see putting that in there. And I think the tile in there is probably in okay shape anyway. But it was gonna take off it. I have it written down in all, I think it was like right at 7,000. Oh, and also removing and replacing the furniture, that was the other one. So he said if we wanna have our guys shift everything over, we'd save another chunk, and the maintenance guy said they were fine with that. If we wanna go that route, or they can do it.
I can't see anything wrong with none of our tiles.
You would wanna keep the tile in there, cause it's just not gonna look, it won't look right.
It won't be, it's not gonna blend with the new flooring there, and that type of flooring that you're putting in, I think they have that as a breakup, because you're going from a hard surface to a soft surface. And you wouldn't need that if you're doing all the same with something else. But I don't think you'd need it like in a bathroom or in a kitchen.
But you can we can leave the bathroom towel and the kitchen towel, where, especially where water.
Yeah, water area.
Came in.
And this company is also the one, I think, that did the sheriff's department. If I remember right, Country Carpets.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he told me that they did. So it was the same project.
So there's no more carpet be in here anymore, so I would move on the front.
Yeah.
They didn't have a problem with how unlevel it was.
No, we showed them everything. We showed them where it was starting to slope some. They said they could do.
They're gonna put a T-strip in, and then we also have been looking at people to come and jack the back up, and they said they would come back out and adjust it if we needed it. Both did, both of those companies did. Which we do need to have it jacked back up, so.
We need to get rid of the groundhogs that's undermining everything.
Yeah, we do. We, put some stuff out, and I need to get it.
I mean, there's a lot of work can be done with this building if we're gonna keep using it, but you're talking about building a new city hall not that long ago.
We are, but you're looking at 5 years down the road. I mean, we don't want the back of it to fall off, and it's really dipped already. We're gonna have to jack it in a little bit, I think, just to get it level.
Yeah, we need to get it fixed where stuff can't get under it too.
Yeah, we make a note there, so.
Might wanna get the critters out too before it's fixed.
Go ahead and put that,
Traps.
yeah, go ahead and get that done, and then, we need to get it fixed where we can put something there that they don't get back in.
You got a slingshot?
And then call about jacking, the back ends.
They
haven't said he did it last time.
Yeah, oh, he did.
They're pretty tasty if you cook them.
He knew somebody anyway, cause when I met with him, he said that, so City Hall.
So Slater's got Titan flooring, whatever that means. And then this one has Titan flooring too. I'm just gonna assume that this is a better quality because it's $550 a square foot and his is only, and Slater's is only $269.
Yeah, he is a
So,
thicker.
yeah,
Explained it. Because he looked at that one and he showed us how you could push on the corner of it. And the
Yeah,
corner would
I
snap.
know there's a huge range in
Yeah. And he said especially moving chairs like this around, if it gets
Yeah.
the edge of it, it'll snap and then that's when you pop the corner of it.
Okay. And then this one, the square footage is 2880. And the other ones are 3122.
Yeah,
So I'm assuming 3122 is correct.
we're thinking it's 3,100.
Right. So does that mean that that one will be
Might be a little
more?
Probably be a little bit more. I don't know, quotes,
Yeah,
quotes before you ask me.
right? It's not my problem.
Now, he may not have, did he have the bathrooms on there?
300 square
No.
feet.
Yeah, he didn't, so that's the other thing, he didn't add the bathroom
Okay.
or the
This middle
kitchen.
one?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, well then. Got it.
Any more questions, with regarding the quotes before we vote? Okay.
How much is the total price we're gonna vote
Depends on which estimate.
Um,
on? I mean, if we take out the demo and the bathrooms and the
let's see,
kitchen,
you're looking at 4,500 for the removal of carpet in the main area,
So
so that's a minus.
that's,
You have moving of furniture in the main areas, we don't need that, that's 1,000, that's 5,500. So you take off 550 for the kitchen.
So you take off 6,830. If you take off the kitchen, the
I'm
bathroom,
taking off
the carpet removal.
You got the
and
demo for the kitchen is 3.
Yeah, that's all.
Right.
Take off all
Is
that.
150.
Yeah.
Essential bathroom crime is 4. Removal is 240. Floor prep is 125. And commode, pool, and reset, so all that comes off right there.
All you have left is the,
19,596.
19,000.
And I would give it a little bit of flexibility in case something pops up. But
That's a big one.
that should be roughly what it is if you take off the bathroom, the kitchen, and have the guys do the demo and furniture.
You say it's gonna be what?
19,596. That's taking off kitchen, the bathroom, the removal, and moving the furniture.
Y'all may have said this and it went right by me, but what color was y'all talking about?
We didn't pick up.
We didn't pick it yet. Do y'all want grays or do you want browns? There's, I tell you what, before you leave, is the slab still in there? So we've got flooring in there, if you guys wanna stop by the counter, you can see the colors. Titan flooring's the same, so. Take a look and see what you like. I think we had picked out grays. We got grays that had some brown in it, so it wasn't
A little more
too
color.
cold, but it was more of a neutral.
I put gray down in mine, and I'm wishing I didn't now.
Not gray, but like a gray that has a brown
Mm.
undertone, but that way it kind of pulls everything in. And we already have brown furniture.
Yeah.
you want light, you don't want.
We need a little brown with our clay. Alright, so, I'll start with you, Nathan.
No, let's start with somebody else.
You wanna start something, alright, Chrissy,
What?
which one of these do you like? Have you got a preference?
Oh, I like this one.
The country carpet?
Yeah, I really like Slater. He does great work. But I also know that he's very expensive.
Yeah.
So, if you were to put this flooring in here, then we're talking a ridiculous amount of money for, it's just luxury, I don't think, it'd be. So, I like this one.
Okay, so the one for country carpet, David, what's your thoughts?
that don't matter to me.
James, how about you? Country
No,
carpet?
carpet.
Okay. William?
You have same with adjusting it for takeoffs we're gonna
Okay, William with the adjustments, Nathan?
Yeah, I think we need to agree on color, but with it.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the quote from Country Carpet minus the removal of the, and disposal of the carpet, that which we'll have our maintenance guys do, removing and replacing the furniture, the kitchen and removal of the tile there, we're not gonna do that, and the bathroom. So a total of 19, let's just say 19,600.
Let's say 20, what do you think?
You say 20, what do you say?
Gives you just a tiny bit of flexibility, so you don't have to come back in and adjust.
You guys good with that? Okay. Okay, so can I get a motion for the 20,000 quote for Country Carpet minus the removal of the, and ceramic, removal of the, we're removing the kitchen, removing the bathroom, and all of the fees that go along with it. So 20,000. Okay. Okay, Chrissy, can I get a second?
I'll second.
William Taylor, all in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Next up is the master park plan. This is gonna be added back to our December meeting. Michael Kidd is working on a topographical for the phase 1 that we agreed to last meeting down at the park area here. So as soon as I have some information back and we get that topographical back, then he can get pricing and drawings and go from there. Any questions on that? We'll take that as a no, and we'll move on to new business. Zoning and ordinance, trees and timbering.
There's no anything.
And we don't have anything, because we don't have any of the information back, so I'm gonna table that until we hear back from folks, okay? We'll put that back on the December meeting.
I'm sorry, but back to the part, you said drawings, are we getting construction drawings or what?
You'll have to have the other topographical and stuff like that, and then he'll lay everything out and do drawings after the drawings before you get pricing.
So we'll be kinda close to voting on what we're gonna do.
You already voted on what you're gonna do. Well, you did that when you came and did the town hall. So now, I mean, it's just the half basketball court and that first phase is just that, and then the sidewalk that goes along with phase 1. Is there something else you wanna add to it?
No, I didn't remember the details.
Okay.
I thought it was still in the fence about the ball field.
We haven't done anything with that phase yet. That phase can be changed though, like we were talking about when we had our work session, and we'll continue to have work sessions, so it can evolve, right? We've got a basis and then it can evolve from there if you guys see something else that you like. So I know that we're looking at the pavilion, that we're hoping will be in the next phase. So, anything else?
I think we need to get the pavilion as close to the bathrooms as we can.
Agreed, yeah. That way we don't have to have new bathrooms. The good thing is we got 2 sets of bathrooms, so. Yeah, I like that idea. Anything else on the master park before I move forward? Okay. New business and zoning and the zoning and ordinance, tree and timbering we've tabled because we don't have anything back on that from the folks yet. The land IGA for Cherokee County. So Kelsey went to a meeting on this one here, and I'm gonna let her explain it. So let me go to 90.
Can I ask a question about the zoning?
Yes.
Who are we waiting on?
The people that are doing that are asking, that are gonna be doing the necessary steps to acquire approval.
Oh, are they gonna try to do a variance or?
I don't know if they'll do a variance or not. I don't know if we told them we needed a sampling. So depending on what they do, if they come back for a variance for you guys, then, right now I haven't heard back from them. We put it on here just in case. So I have not heard back from anybody though.
I seen it on the agenda and didn't know if you all was wanting to change something or.
No, I haven't. We kind of laid it out for them. If they request a variance, they would have to come through the office to do that, but I haven't seen anything on that yet. If they do, we kind of laid it out what we wanted, so.
We also going to look at the current tree ordinance
I,
about
I,
possibly
I
changing
looked at a
that.
lot of that, we can talk about it next time too.
In December, okay.
Yeah, that's fine, but I did a lot of,
I see that.
Yeah.
You got a whole folder, do you?
I did,
Because I
Just-
emailed Northwest Georgia Regional Commission about other areas that have one that might be
Yeah.
more applicable to our area, but I haven't heard back yet.
yeah, I mean, all that, I can look into even more of them, like, my eyeballs got tired.
We may push that out to January, just to give you some more time to, we don't wanna rush anything, so we are looking at it, that's good. And then we'll see if they come back with anything on their
Right.
end, and we'll have our stuff that's
Yeah,
completely
it's not,
separate
we
from
have
them.
it, so
Yeah.
it's not like we don't have one.
Okay. All right, you wanna talk about the land bank, for Cherokee?
So Cherokee is looking into setting up a land bank, which would be a partnership with the cities to do affordable housing for the workforce community, first responders, teachers, the blue collar workers, because right now the average housing pricing, I believe, and William and Chrissy may be able to, I think it was $477 is average house price in Cherokee County right now, which is really kind of an unobtainable goal for people starting out. So they're looking at obtaining property, working with builders, and possibly producing housing that is in the more affordable range. The meeting started earlier this year. We went on a field trip to Miranda, you know, much of the state, where I think it was Brock Builders that we went, and they took us through subdivisions that they've done downtown Atlanta and the housing projects that they've redeveloped. They took us through neighborhoods and said actually 30% of the homes in here were affordable homes. Looking at them, what are they, like $700,000 homes? You would never know. But what it was is they had gone in and they had taken those houses and made them affordable for the people that qualified for them. So those people only paid X amount of money for the home, even though the house next door was on for $750,000. They might pay $250,000 for it. There's grants that get stacked in with it that are, I know there's a term for it, but they gradually over time go away. There's periods of time, 10 years, 20 years, whatever, as long as you live there. And it's just basically assistance to help purchase the home, which makes it even more affordable for the home buyer. So there's all kinds of programs and stuff that kind of go along with it. They're looking for all of the cities to partner with them. And initially when we went out, we thought it was going to be more big cities that they're going to be doing this, you know, Woodstock and Canton, Holly Springs. The last meeting we had prior to the town hall meeting, they actually said they may be looking more Hall Ground, Nelson, Waleska area, because we actually have some of the more undeveloped properties. They will want some type of buy-in from the cities. It will be nominal, maybe a couple $1,000s. It would be a one-time, just basically to get the initial funds to purchase the initial piece of property and then move forward. They had a town hall meeting beginning of this month where they invited the community out, the real estate developers, and people from all, I think Must Ministries was there. They had a big write-up in the Cherokee paper about it. A bunch of elected officials were there, but just getting the discussions going, getting it on the table, so people were aware of what was happening. This is just the initial stuff that they started sending out, the policies and procedures, there's an IGA agreement. I don't think it's something they're wanting necessarily sign right now. They're wanting elected officials' eyes on stuff now, because initially it was just talk. It was kind of like, this is what we're thinking. You know, wanting people from each city kind of involved in it, and then kind of presenting it to the elected officials. So it's to the point now that they've got paperwork to kind of back it, and they're kind of wanting it out there. So it's at this point now, so.
So William, you were at that meeting, correct? You want to add some stuff to that? Do you have anything to add to it?
Which one's that?
Yeah, I believe that one of the presenters put it out that they had done like a search right before the meeting, and said they just basically searched the entire database for like houses for sale, and there was, I believe it was 18 homes
There were
under
300,000,
300,000, and only about 2 of them were move-in ready.
and I think you never more than those.
Just a couple of them were tear downs, and you're basically just buying property. That's what it's got to. They're looking to try to partner with developers for maybe apartment complexes, rentals. You know, you may have a developer come in and do more of a plainer product to keep the price down, and then jurisdiction having authority might have to bend some or be a little more agreeable on the zoning, waiving some of the fees and things like that. They're looking at all different kinds of things. I think there's still a ways off to get started, but that was the first meeting I went to.
Yeah.
Well, the information is, yeah.
Well, they said the average for like a medical assistant yearly salary average in Cherokee County was in like the 35 to 37 range. Teacher actually was like 72,
Yeah, that one's
and that was pretty recent numbers.
Yeah.
Just an average. 52, 55, I believe, law enforcement, fire. So, what did they show that on the average, just for the most basic, like a rental, would be, I believe it was $40+ an hour for a 40-hour week for someone to be able to afford like just the most basic, like apartment around. I guess it would just be a single income or a couple.
Yeah, the stats were crazy.
And that's to be in the, I guess you would say, comfortable range of renting where you're not paying rent one month, buying everything else the next month, trying to catch the rent up again after that because you couldn't.
Yeah.
It's something that needs to be addressed, but it's gonna be a long, hard road.
Yeah.
I know in the past, Cherokee County has, they understand that the city of Nelson's small, we don't have a lot of financial, we can't contribute a lot financially, but a little bit of an input, it's usually nominal for us. It's not like it is for Woodstock and.
Well, you have your cities too,
Yeah.
like, hey, we've got a derelict property over here that nobody's interested in. Y'all have a developer that might wanna build
Yeah.
something there to get the
So-
property back on the tax roll as opposed to just sitting there. Tax seizures,
Yeah.
tax liens, that type of thing. It's a partnership all the way through and all the way down to the developers up to the jurisdictions.
And this is in the initial phases, so you guys could take this administrative policies and procedures back at home, review it really good, and then we'll put it back on the agenda for December.
I don't know if it's
Or
even ready.
is it not ready yet?
I need to check with them. I don't know if it was even to the point that they're really,
So we'll wait until some other people sign it.
well, I don't know if they're really like wanting to sign something yet. I think it was just initial paperwork, getting it out, like this is what we're looking
Making
at.
sure that everybody's, got it.
Yeah, because I know the meeting I was at, right before the town hall meeting, they were discussing everybody needing to have, like, put a little bit of money in, but it was a small amount. It wasn't anything that was
I don't
like out there.
personally want to see a bunch of apartment complexes around those myself.
Well, we don't have the infrastructure for that.
Yeah. For us, it would mostly just be if there was a house in Cherokee County that, like in maybe one of our subdivisions or something, they were selling it, they would buy it for a fee, you said, and they would purchase it, and then grants would help put people like firemen and police officers and teachers into those places.
And they target blighted areas, so if you have an area, like there's cities that'll have areas that are like an area that was known for drug infestation or that had been just very dilapidated and gone downhill, then they can work to acquire that and put it back on the tax digest to get it going. But they also had like tiered, I think one of the presentations they did, I think it was the same one with the income. Like they would tier the rent if it was a rental community based on income. So like somebody was making $50,000 a month, I think the rent would have been like $700 a month, versus if you were making 80, then it would be more than that. And so it was interesting.
It really was, I have to say. I was intrigued at the partnerships and the collaboration.
Yeah, there's a lot of different companies that are involved in it.
So right now, this isn't just knowledge sharing. Okay. Anybody have anything else with regards to that? Let's get 10, and does anybody have anything for executive session? I do not. Okay, then I'll make can I get a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion with your.
Can I get a second? Who made the second? William? All in favor? We are, good job, Will. 1 hour maybe.